Good morning, I'm Nivareti Manu, and this is your morning news fix for Friday, 11th of October. In this update, reports the death toll from Hurricane Milton has killed at least 4 people, but other reports say at least 10 are dead. Rescues are ongoing now the storm has weakened and moved offshore. More than 3 million people are without power. The highest rainfall was experienced in St. Petersburg, where 47 centimetres fell. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis says they will better understand the extent of the damage as the day progresses.
You have people that are out there assessing damage right now. First responders have been working all through the night to help people who are in distress.
Meanwhile, US correspondent Mitch McCann is in St. Augustine, Florida, and told Ryan Bridge there's surface flooding where he is.
In Tampa, 135 people had to be rescued from an assisted living facility where first responders arrived and they found people up to their waist in water.
New Zealanders' household incomes have fallen for the first time in 8 years. Latest Stats NZ figures show households spent about 0.8% more than they earned between this April and June. On average, people earned about 0.2% less and spent about 1% more. Infometrics Chief Executive Brad Olson says it's the first recorded drop for income since the series began.
Weaker economy, the higher unemployment rate and less work available to go around in the economy, all of those are very much hitting households and limiting just how much can be done out there.
A suggestion the government might need to change its financial strategy to get the books back in the black. Treasury documents showed the deficit has worsened by $3.4 billion in the year to June, up to $12.9 billion. CTU economist Craig Rennie says that the government's been reducing investment in things such as Dunedin Hospital and the Cook Strait ferries. But he says there's a range of infrastructure investments we could be making, and there's a risk when we cut spending. It makes it harder for the country to grow. Christopher Luxon has given perhaps his strongest criticism of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. He's in Laos attending the East Asia Summit and has held meetings with multiple world leaders overnight. Luxon says it doesn't seem like Netanyahu is listening to the concerns of other world leaders.
What we are doing is we're trying to make the call to say, look, you've got to exercise restraint and that the loss of innocent civilian life is unacceptable.
The body of a person who died in a crash has been found almost a week after the vehicle went into Bay of Plenty's Waiaweka River. 2 other people escaped with moderate injuries when the vehicle crashed last Friday. Dangerous conditions had stopped search and rescue teams from sweeping the river and riverbank. The body and vehicle were located yesterday, about 400 metres from the original crash site. In sport, Rafael Nadal has announced his retirement from professional tennis. Harry Brook has scored 317 for England on the 4th day of the opening cricket test against Pakistan, helping the tourists to 823 for 7 declared. The hosts of 152 for 6 at stumps, a deficit of 115. And former Kiwis coach Sir Graham Lowe claims a bond between current gaffer Stacey Jones and Shaun Johnson is the reason for the latter's return from retirement for the Pacific Championships during an injury crisis. And I'm Nivareti Manu. That's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at midday from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.